All right. I haven't read the run sheet intro, so let's go. Welcome to Australian Transformers Weekly. With more drama than Married at First Sight and less cooking than My Kitchen Rules, we are bringing you Transformers news from the uniquely Australian reality show Addicted perspective. This is episode 145. We are recording live on March 9th. 2018. This week, we will be talking about my trip to Barcelona, last weekend's Hasbro fan meetup in Melbourne, Takara's releasing some information about the Terracons, and more coming up after this.
Transformer, more than meets the eye.
Transformer.
All right. Thank you for joining us. I am Jason. Joining me this week, we have a special guest coming over from Perth in WA, Brad Groovy Guy. He's fulfilling the Brad quota for this week because our fearless holder of the mullet of leadership has gone AWOL for the weekend. We do know where he is, but he has left his undisclosed bunker in country Victoria. So we have Brad coming to us from his supervillain lair in Perth. How are you doing, Brad?
I'm doing quite well, thank you, Jason. And how are you doing? And I did not have anything to do with the other Brad's AWOL.
I don't know.
Coincidence.
I haven't seen you in the same room together, so...
Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom...
I haven't seen you and Julia Gillard in the same room.
Well, you know, I don't like to talk about that one.
You look pretty in heels.
my emoji looks pretty. Coming to us from the Justice League's Hall of Justice and Justice
and Fusion Cannons.
I don't know. And Fusion Cannons.
Fusion Cannons. Oh yeah, dropped that one pretty quick.
Yeah, that was literally the first line that he said in the show. During the pre-show, Mikey has been boring us to tears with talk about Masterpiece 36's Fusion Cannon and how much he adores it. So, Mikey, how are you doing?
Good. I am the janitor at the Justice League, just to clear that up. I am nothing special in that regards. I just came back from a fellow member's 21st party, and it was very low-key, and it was very good, and had a good time, and I made it back for the show.
Hang on, low-key, he's in Marvel, not DC.
Yeah. You've crossed franchises there.
What? Wait. Yeah, okay, but, like, it's Marvel's closer to Transformers, so, you know.
Yeah, that's...
He does have a point.
I have made
hopefully he'll keep that in, out of the camera shot.
Oh!
Bazing!
So, we have a slightly different lineup this week, but we have exactly the same number of Brads as we usually have. So, what have you been up to this week,
quality
guys?
Too.
What have you been up to this week, guys? Mikey, what's happening?
Nothing much.
Cool. Brad, what's happening?
Not much.
Cool. Mikey, what else is happening?
I got some figures that I've waited ages for to get, and I'm very, very happy, and we'll talk about them later. I have an event coming up tomorrow, which is hosted by someone in this room, and I'm not going to say
Mikey's getting married. Mikey's getting married.
And it's to Jason.
You might need to check the event time for that, because I think you'll find it's Sunday.
Wait, what day did I say?
You said tomorrow.
Just Saturday.
Oh, see,
we are
Friday
on a Friday night, and
okay.
Yeah.
So you and I are getting married tomorrow. That was the event I was talking about. And then on Sunday, yes. And on Sunday we have
no one tell me about this.
Now I've got to get a dress.
Married at first sight.
Oh God, talk about terrible TV shows.
Thought we were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, that's all machinima stuff I was thinking of. Anyway, continue.
Ooh, but looking forward to Sunday. It's the welcoming of Adam Templeton to Sydney, probably for his first welcoming.
One of us.
But yes, he shall. We're welcoming the
Gooba Gabba.
State rep. Is he the state rep?
Adam is the TCCA secretary, and shame on you for not studying the organizational structure in more detail, Mikey.
I was close.
No, you were not.
No, okay. Anyway, so Adam's coming from the evil place that is known as Queensland to the sunshiny.
Also
wonderful
incorrect.
place.
He's coming from Melbourne.
Oh my god. This
You
is
could
going
have
well.
really bad tour age.
Well, Brad's also coming up too. So hi, Brad. Brad, save me.
Yeah, hi.
Wait, what do you mean Brad's coming up?
Exactly.
Okay. No one told me.
You know where Perth is by any chance? Because, I don't
No, but
think-
if you hum a few bars, it'll come to me.
You must have you must have gone to the George W. Bush School of Geography.
That's correct. Mission is accomplished.
Okay, what have you been doing this week, Brad?
I have been on the hunt, but
Didn't we do this
unfortunately,
already.
No, he did. No. What you said is, you said
I said, what have you been up to?
Yeah, but then you just skipped him and then went back to me after you skipped me. So you didn't actually.
I thought we were doing a bit.
You did do a bit.
Anyway, the legit is worse than the bit because the legit is I've been hunting for stuff and not finding anything.
Is that because
Don't
you were
worry,
too
that's
legit?
I was too legit to quit, bruh.
He
Oh,
was
I
too
didn't
legit
want
to
you to
quit for the
quit.
bit,
Oh well, tough shit.
and it was lit. And then I got hit. So there you go.
Go spit.
You're going to get hit in the bit.
Ooh.
That's the other podcast.
Mm. It's TCCA After Dark. Wait, it is After Dark.
No, for me it's still afternoon.
True.
Mm.
All right.
Can we talk about Transformers at some point?
God,
Yeah,
please. Can we please? I'm going to turn on the screen sharing thing, which I think means I push that. It's kind of weird. I'm very used to Brad doing all of this stuff for me, and without.
Yeah, but then he does it, and then you critique him on it. So this week you're doing it, and Mikey and I can critique the.
We can critique each
you want
other.
to start? If you want to start with the critiquing, I think we're about to start.
No, I think we're good. Thank you. Anyway, hey, look, there's a picture.
There is a picture. We are looking at this week's winner in the Bot Shots Weekly competition in the TCCA Facebook discussion group. You are encouraged every week to take your figures out from behind their glass protective prison. That is the word I was looking for, and photograph them somewhere in the real world. Now, congratulations to this week's winner who did not get filled in the run sheet. So I'm sorry, I don't actually know who you are.
Congratulations.
I think this is last.
Is
last week.
Is this last week's winner as well? Because that's great. Because that
I
means
think
that
it is.
this is what happens when Brad doesn't organize things in the run sheet.
I
Hey.
think we talked about this last
Brad.
week.
All right, never mind. We'll just move on.
Congratulations to whoever won.
Hey, congratulations, whoever
Anonymous.
won. We don't know who you are, and it just means we'll have to do two.
We don't
next
know
week.
what picture you sent in.
No, so the thing is that I rely on Brad actually updating the website to put this up, and because I've been absent.
Yeah,
for
but he's having some time off.
Yeah, but I've been absent for 2 weeks, so I don't know what was discussed last week.
I'm pretty sure he's still absent this week too.
Yeah,
In the head.
That's about right.
So is this
My God, you
picture
guys
we're
are a
looking
tough crowd this
at-
week.
Is this picture we're looking at now? Is this week's winner?
This is this week's winner, Jason's emoji.
This is
Yay!
not this week's winner. This is actually a picture that Simon Chambers, who is in fact North New South Wales, the Victorian state rep, took at the Power of the Primes reveal day hosted by Hasbro in what appears to be the Crown Casino food court. Just like last year, in Melbourne, just before the Australian Toy Fair this week. So they actually did bring out some figures that we hadn't seen in, I was going to say in the flesh, but in the plastic before. And what we are looking at here is we're looking at Power of the Primes Inferno, who is a hotspot repaint and a combiner torso. There's the back of the box for Cindersaur, who is a Dinobot slash repaint. And the back of the box and a handy PowerPoint for Outback, who is a repaint of Brawl. Hopefully we'll get the front.
Brawn.
There we go. So I'm actually really impressed. I don't know whether this was Hasbro or whether this was Simon, but someone's managed to put the G1 version of all of these characters next to the Power of the Primes version on the table.
I think they bought those.
I suspect it would have been Hasbro because we didn't know what we were going to go and see. But there's Cindersaur, who is a lovely purple and yellow redecoration of Dinobot Slash there next to the G1 incarnation. There's Outback, who's the sort of the cream and brown version of Brawl, and should hopefully be popular in Australia, I suspect. And there's the side-by-side vehicle modes for Outback, and there's Inferno as well. Inferno's
Outback looks good.
yeah, Inferno's mold is based on Hotspot, and that mold's been used a little bit now, so it's starting to get a little bit long in the tooth. But hey, it's nice. It's always nice to have an Inferno figure, isn't it?
Surprised we haven't got a Sentinel Prime from that mold yet. I mean, it's just like the vehicle mode.
You can just rename it.
Yeah.
You can have your own Sentinel Prime.
Well, your Sentinel Prime just came out in Titan's Return. But yeah, I don't see the need for an Inferno, but it's an obvious repaint. You see Hotspot, you immediately want to see an Inferno, so here's your Inferno.
It's true. Do you reckon they'll go for a grapple as well?
Nah.
Oh, they could do a convention exclusive of what was his name? Hauler. Yeah, the green Constructicon repaint of the mold.
I think we're still waiting for a convention exclusive hauler of the Masterpiece Inferno mold.
Yeah.
I hope they do that one rather than this one. So these guys are, I believe, they're in wave 3 of Power of the Primes.
Correct.
Or are they wave 2? Yeah. So they're wave 3. They'll be making their appearance in a month or two's time at probably at US and Singapore retail, and at some point Kmart will pull its finger out of its ass and get some stock on shelves for us in Australia.
Actually, I did see a report only like an hour ago that one place in the ACT got the Prime Masters in a Kmart.
So there are actually a couple of reports on TCA today actually saying Kmart does have the figures in, and they're charging $35 for a deluxe instead of $25.
Apparently 35 is the new norm now for a deluxe.
34 is actually the new norm.
Yeah.
I thought it was 30. Okay.
Nope.
Toys R Us was 35, so I assumed everywhere else would be about 30.
Yeah.
No, we've talked about the recommended retail prices. They are $34 for a deluxe. They were actually $32 for a deluxe for Titan's Return, but a lot of places absorbed the price rise.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
So
Cindersaur looks cool. I didn't think we'd be getting a Cindersaur again.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was a bit surprised about.
We got one in BotCon, and I'm just like, that is a really cool version. And then like now this one is actually pretty cool because it's a small thing, and just Cindersaur original G1 thing is just the whole toy is hideous. The whole Generation 1 thing is
I'm just more taken aback by it looks like they got Steeljaw taking a leak in the background there.
Yes. Onto that.
There are actually a couple of the Masterpiece Cassette Bot and Cassetron figures hanging out in the background. You can see the Sunder there as well.
Yeah.
And in fact, I believe that is also one of the NTT Docomo Optimus Prime transforming phones behind it.
Yes, you would be correct.
This whole toy fair reveal thing in Melbourne seems to be more interesting for the toys that are in the background.
Yeah.
Let's go to the official event pictures. Griffin from Ozformers took some photos at Australian Toy Fair. So this is the real Hasbro display. So this is showing off some Power of the Primes figures. And if you look really carefully on the stand, there does seem like they went past Daiso and got some of those acrylic risers on the way. So good on you, Hasbro. There's a few figures in there that are a bit familiar. We can see the Leader Class Prime and Leader Class Rodimus there. And
Rodimus.
There's the existing Voyager class figures there as well. And of course, bearing the lead, there is the giant combining Predaking shown at the front. Yeah, Predaking.
Look, a lot of people are shitting on him. I actually kind of like him, even though like Tantrum and Headstrong, is that their names?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though they've got those large combining things hanging off their backs, that really does not bother me one bit.
It would bother me if I just played Transformers facing backwards.
Exactly. Like, people have just got to understand. They wanted to make this as, fully
sick. They wanted to make it fully sick.
Fully sick, mate.
Fully sick, bro. As compact as possible. And, like, what else are you going to do with them? Would you rather have two massive rectangles that just sit off in the side nowhere that do nothing?
Sorry, can I talk about something else that's actually really distracting me in this photograph?
Please do.
Is it Optimus Prime's eyes?
No, it's Optimus Prime's nipples.
Oh yeah, he does have weird nipples, doesn't he?
He does. And in fact, it's kind of weird because if you ignore his face, it looks like he's got a face on his torso now.
Yeah, God,
like the outer shell, sort of like a battle mask, and we're just seeing the eyes through the chest.
Yep,
that's the real person, and Optimus Prime's actually a mask.
Maybe this is why Optimus likes to steal people's faces.
Or maybe that's Orion Pax's eyes in there, because
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe those butt cheeks just really widely spread apart.
Actually, technically, the way up that Orion Pax does transform into Optimus Prime's chest, that probably is his butt cheeks. Good pick. Good call.
So he's doing a pressed ham under glass. That's nice.
Pretty much. He's sending a message.
Pressed ham on the glass, Prime. Anyway, okay. I like the look of this Predaking. He's.
Do you like Prime's nipples as well?
Yes, very much so.
All right, and Predaking.
He's great.
I think it's kind of funny, given that they're both like giant combiners made of Voyager class toys, but like I see a lot of Devastator in Predaking. Like there's very similar sort of like chunky proportions here and there, and it's like
we're going G1.
Yeah,
it's not a G1 figure.
Predaking.
Well, the G1 Predaking
was the power of the Primes figure.
But yeah,
but they're going more like G1. Well, because the G1 bots were chunky, and they heavily.
I still see a lot of the pieces of Devastator. Like if you painted this green and took the animal parts off it, I feel like we'd be looking at Devastator.
Well, you know what I do see.
We'd be looking at a messed up Predaking prototype.
I see a lot of elbows in there the Devastator didn't have. And some knees. Well, I think they all had knees. But anyway, these look a lot better than Devastator, and I think this looks really, really nice. The only thing it's sorely lacking is swords.
It's swordly lacking?
Sorely. I'm going to slap you when I see you.
Is that at the wedding? Or after the wedding?
That's our honeymoon. We like it rough. So...
If that's you're rough, then well.
The main
tame.
The main thing Predaking is known to have is a big ass sword, and the Predacons have swords. So, third party, I see it in your future. You're gonna love this set. You're gonna get the new fists.
Third parties are always gonna build some upgrade kits for these.
He's gonna have massive wings.
Have something on the way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what? This is actually just image number 1 as well.
Yeah, I was going to say there's.
There's a better photo of it, and like, do you see why I see Devastator in here?
Nope.
I think you're wearing your glasses wrong.
Look at the hips and the legs and stuff. Like it just.
Oh yeah, I can see it now that you mentioned the waist.
Yeah. He really just looks like Devastator there. Anyway.
Yeah.
And what is with the thin? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna stop complaining.
Oh no! What were you going to say?
The super thin yellow waist above the waist.
Yeah, so
at least it rotates.
Yeah, the thing that's hard about this guy is that they're all Voyagers and not the middle guy. Unlike Devastator, you had two Voyagers or whatever to make the.
Yeah, with Devastator, you had
one figure down.
You had Long Haul, and Long Haul was like the beefy guy because massive. he was the legs, but
yeah,
I can't see where that the waist piece. I can't see where that goes in the 5 bots. I mean, Razor Claw doesn't look like he's got that huge thing attached to him.
That is true. So if they're
unless he's a parts former, but then again,
he's probably the back of him.
His hands are parts formers.
One good thing I will say about this set, though, is he does have the Predaking hands and feet. He doesn't have that Power of the Primes hands and weird-looking feet thing. He actually has proper Predaking feet.
That is good.
And I believe in this photo, he is, in fact, holding his exclusive Prime Master.
Yes.
Yes, and apparently the only way to get that specific Prime Master is to get this.
Hey, come on, everyone's going to buy the set anyway, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't have the shell, and we're going to be 1 shell short, and that's going to piss me the hell off.
Fair enough. Some more shots of the box. There's another shot of Predaking there.
It's a glorious looking packaging art.
Is that on his head, is that the Prime Master, or is that just some random?
Yeah, that's the Prime
Okay,
Master.
that's the Prime Master. Okay.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like he has his own little Matrix shell as well.
What's going on? There's a lot more figures here.
That's the G1. That's the comparison.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Yes, good.
So you can see they have really taken the G1 versions to heart and just given them the update, which is what I like to see.
It's good. Very, very good.
Very good. Yeah, another shot of Predaking.
There's a G1 Predaking, and that's not the Predacon.
Very wise.
These guys are the Cyberverse figures, it looks like.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Shockwave looks kind of decent from like a Bruticus holding a gun point of view, but other than that, these things aren't my cup of tea.
Well, he turns into he basically does the crab walk, and that's his vehicle mode.
Well, I kind of like the look of these when I saw the renders and the flesh plastic. They're quite annoying.
That Grimlock looks more like a frog.
Froglock.
That Grimlock looks like he belongs on a different podcast. Starscream's.
Oh God! Yes, it does.
Starscream's weapons kind of explode.
Yeah, that's weird.
I didn't know that. That's weird.
Hey.
Pretty cool.
Okay, so then we knew that Bumblebee's guns popped out, and Megatron apparently doesn't seem to have done much. And Optimus has a blue blob stuck to him. Cool.
Blue blob.
Here's something that people will probably be a little bit more interested in. It's the Studio Cities.
Yes, please. Thank you. Now.
Mm-hmm.
You've been listening to that Megatron too many times, man. Yes, please. Thank you. Now.
Oh, look at that blackout. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, look, they're in order.
They are.
Interesting. Oh, blackout of Grimlock, please just come to me now.
Blackout of Grimlock, does he come with a Baldric?
What now?
Nothing.
Blackout.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell are these?
Holy shit.
Are they actually going to mass produce this shit?
Oh, man. I can see so many people being rushed to the emergency room because they're wearing this.
So.
I really want to wear this. This will be my wedding tux.
God, you're going to be single for a long time.
Why did no one tell me about this?
This is part of remember the Victoria's.
It looks like Super Godmaster Force stuff.
Remember the Victoria's Secret, whatever it was? They had their own line of Transformer.
They should have kept this more secret.
Are you talking about Peter Alexander's pajamas?
I don't know, possibly.
These are not pajamas.
They had the whole range of this stuff, but I don't remember seeing this one. So are they mass producing it? Because who the hell would wear it?
I would.
I would on a day.
I would buy the shoes.
I'm totally buying the shoes. I'm gonna buy the
backpack.
I'm gonna buy the satchel. Probably not buying the backpack.
That was very underwhelming when you compare it to the other ones.
Yeah. Like look,
it's got an Autobot symbol on it and a face, but look at all this beautiful G1 art.
Would you like this backpack or this one?
Love this one.
That looks like
look at your man. Now back at me.
Now
back at your man. Back at me.
Photos of their day at the convention. They're like, I saw this and I thought this was good, and then go to the next one. And said, and now it's time to have some lunch. I packed it in this little bag.
It's like this is the main bag and this is your day pack.
Yeah, only rhymes with day.
So the shoes and the bag have the Machino branding on them, which is also quite appropriate for machines. But I like this. I would like to know more.
It's a good-looking bag, but I couldn't imagine wearing the full suit.
I'm pretty sure I've stepped into the wrong podcast.
Challenge accepted, Mikey.
Well, that shirt that he's wearing is actually pretty cool. Like with the
shirt
outlines
is good, yeah.
I think they're combiners because that looks like Predaking in there, maybe, or Devastator. I don't know.
It might well be a Power of the Primes t-shirt. So yeah, maybe.
God,
this
interesting.
This looks hot, and I would like it on me.
That's great.
Yeah,
that is fantastic.
That's awesome. Let's see whether or not there's actually a mention of the clothing in the reports. Machino clothing and baggage. Machino. Oh, okay. So this is stuff that was actually announced a couple of months ago. If I navigate things properly here, so I believe this is probably something that we gave some shit to on the podcast.
Yeah, remember this is the runway where they did all that stuff. Look at that skirt.
I don't remember, but
you don't?
God, no.
Yeah, they have a whole line.
I don't remember this at all.
It's amazing.
I was gonna I do remember this.
Just that guy's face, though.
Oh God, he looks lost.
He looks so happy to be there.
Yes, he does.
So
look at those bloody gauntlets that he's wearing.
Well, look at he looks like the guy from Better Call Saul with the hyper electricity.
Do you or do you not recall the post during the week about the Miss America costume for America? People were like, is that meant to be Optimus Prime?
Whatever that is, that needs to just stop. It just needs to end existing.
It's just not a very good statement when your guy's wearing the clothes, then he's got like a silver protective layer against his skin.
Radioactive.
I think it's meant to look cyber, Brad.
Cyberman.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a very strong cyber life.
Oh my God.
Let's look at more. Let's look at more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
See, that's nice, but you can barely see it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Is that Transformers though?
Yeah, it was Pretenders.
Okay. Pretending to be fashionable.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I think that's the same gear, although the shoulder looks different on the one at the back. Yeah.
Why is she sniffing her hand?
I think she's pretending to be holding a gun. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think
probably explains why they're wearing those clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
That's the
guy. This is cool. I like this.
I love the gauntlets.
Yeah, are you going to be wearing it?
Nope. Well, maybe. I mean, look, this is quite fetching. Let's be honest.
Fetching? What are you from the 50s?
God, you wouldn't be able to sit on a train. Like.
I don't normally go around sitting on trains. I usually sit on the seats.
What the hell is that picture?
What is that lady? What?
She looks like
what is going on there?
She looks like she has a drinking problem.
So I believe this is one of the fashion photographers who has since posted other things since this was originally posted in January.
God.
Oh, that one's awesome. I like that.
From the Thunderbirds catalog.
Yeah. Wait. I think we're close.
Look at that.
I think we're close. I don't know.
Oh my God, green hair.
Close to what? Getting flagged by YouTube?
I think we might.
Yeah.
It's Dolly Parton. Wow.
This is risky. Risque.
This is not risky. Whatever.
Some of them were. Look at that one. Yes, it is.
It was risque. Yeah.
So we're into a Machino presentation, right? So like, if I press on, these are from January 4. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I don't think this guy posted that much from the fashion parade. So, whatevs.
No.
What the fuck is that?
That's someone with a heavy.
It's very clearly Machino's version of Canopy from the last night. So these things have resurfaced and gotten kind of a positive reaction from us.
You can purchase them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, that thing's awesome.
That's
and
awesome.
So are the shoes.
That's awesome. That's also awesome.
Yeah. But like, yeah.
I don't quite know when I would wear it, but I know I would find a way. Even if I only wear it once a year.
Wear it to a funeral.
You nearly made me snuff my drink. Nearly.
We're
not frozen, no.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, Brad, don't worry. Mine happens on and off all the time.
All right.
Some of us might need to let it go.
Let it go.
Thank you.
Something's certainly been let go if someone saw that and said, yes, make it.
We're going to move on.
Please
move on because this is awesome and you just can't see it.
No, I can see that. It's just YouTube, your images are frozen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it happens. It's just
cool.
Deal with it.
All right, so Takara Tomy, much has been made in the last couple of months of how the Power of the Primes toy line will be the same when released by Takara Tomy in Japan. which doesn't account for the 6-month delay, guys.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
But Takara has released some pictures of the Terracons, which they're doing a little bit better at marketing their combiner than Hasbro's done.
They look much better than the Hasbro ones. I think
they look exactly the same as the Hasbro ones.
They are exactly the same as the Hasbro ones.
They are exactly the same as the Hasbro ones, but Takara has assembled the limbs in a slightly different way.
They've painted them a bit better.
They haven't painted them better.
They're exactly the same.
It was literally the introduction to the story.
We shall see. We shall see.
They are. They've been making the huge public notifications for months. Since
like Slash is different, so I don't know why Slash is.
Slash is actually not different.
She was in the last photo I saw.
Nope. That was
you must have been looking at the wrong photo then.
No, not that. Anyway, we will see.
Yeah, that was Cinderstorm.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is also a shot at how Elita 1 functions as a combiner torso as well, with a couple of Dinobots and a couple of cars, because she doesn't like to play favorites. Elita 1.
She's not an elitist one.
Also, Jazz looks terrible as a combiner limb, so there's that. And
you could have just said Jazz looks terrible and left it at that.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the guys that everyone's after, the Terracons, and their combined form, which we already saw further up the page. Thank you very much. I think it's
Abominous.
Abominous.
Yeah, looks
me likey, me wanty.
He looks exactly like every other combiner, but hey, cool.
But he's made of little mythical beasts.
True.
He's got Blight, the cutest little monster ever.
The cutest little insert thing here, insert creature here.
I really like the head sculpt on Abominus. I don't know if it's the glasses or just the.
He's got very pointy glasses.
He has very poor eyesight, as a matter of fact. It comes with being an undersea creature. Oh, wait, he's not the undersea creature. That's the sea.
No, that's the sea con.
Whatevs. He could be an undersea creature. He might be waterproof. He could be IP68.
He could also have just started an episode of CSI.
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes his glasses off.
Yeah.
all of us at once. That's great.
We've just blown out everyone's earphones.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. I wish he had a weapon, though, because,
Yeah, he'll probably have a weapon of some kind. Maybe.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think any of the Voyagers are coming with weapons.
The Voyagers only come with the feetsies, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Third-party companies looking at you.
Shapeways.
Yeah, Shapeways. That Elita 1 torso mode just screams movie Starscream.
Oh, yeah, because it's made to be movie Starscream, that thing.
Yeah. Just
the whole Dorito shape.
The whole upside-down triangle, Illuminati.
Which way is the right way up for a triangle?
That is true. I was about to say.
Don't get all philosophical on me.
You can have a triangle any which way. But the real question is, which way is the right way up for a circle?
Indeed. Flat.
Actually, isn't an upside down? Oh, no. I'll be quiet. I was going to say, isn't it a diamond? But then a diamond's got the two little bits off the top.
That comment shone bright like a diamond.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say,
she's got little birdies on her legs.
Bright like the light off your scalp, but moving on.
Well, it is pretty shiny.
Here's some more stuff.
Yeah, bludgeon.
Yeah, pretender shells.
Christopher Turner was just like this week. Hey, why didn't anyone tell me there was a bludgeon in Titans in Power of the Primes? And then in the comments, I just said, "Hey, there's a bludgeon in Power of the Primes," and that got a lot of people laughing.
Yeah,
but my God,
it's only just been announced.
Pretty much. That is the other reason. There we go.
We knew for a while, and I love he's turning not into a sword, but into something that you can actually bludgeon someone with.
True.
That's why they chose this weapon mode.
And he turns into that.
And then he turns into a shark doing the YMCA.
This dude is definitely busting a move.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to getting all the Terracon. I don't have the G1 Terracons, but
yeah. You know what? I'm actually kind of looking forward to the Terracons and Power of the Primes as well. Like having seen that combined mode, like I'm kind of like, yeah,
it's pretty sexy.
Like it is like a redo of Combiner Wars, but
clearly
you
want it to fit in. You want it to fit in with it, you know. You don't want it to be completely different.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't want it to be completely different.
There is his Papoose mode.
That actually looks like a pretty okay use of the fist. Yeah.
Hmm.
It does make him look like he's a bit more beefy.
Yeah.
Or that he has.
A few people are saying they can see these guys being repainted into the Seacons.
What, just having one guy as all the Seacons?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if we can have one of the limbs be a sea creature, we can have the Seacons. It can't be that hard.
I mean, just a little bit of remolding on the individual molds, and I'm pretty sure you can get some sort of
and then we're done.
Well, I mean, tentacles will just snap on things.
Tentakill.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can turn into guns, but I doubt they do that.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I want a Titan class. I want a Titan class.
Trypticon? You already got him.
Seacon. Because then they could actually turn them into guns. Heavy ass guns.
Oh yeah, that'll be good because then you could have the Titan class with the 6 combiners because they were a 6 team.
Yep.
Wow, that face does not look good.
He looks very sad.
He looks like he's just gone.
You ate my pudding. Why did you eat my pudding?
I just shot hunger.
He looks like yeah. Oh my god, I didn't mean to shoot him.
Oh my god, I just killed Megatron. The other ones left me.
It does beat Dull Surprise.
Yeah.
Dull Surprise. I love that.
Speaking of Dull Surprise.
Yeah.
This guy looks really happy. Hello there. He's doing He's kind of doing duck lips, duck face, whatever you call it.
DuckTales.
Woo.
Thank you.
And then you cannot tell any of the features out on his mouth because he's all pink.
He just looks like the stoic face guy. Yeah.
Stoic face guy, trademark.
I'm looking forward to
also
those.
On board of the Terracons, there's a leader one.
Elitist one.
That face. I don't know. It just looks like someone's used it for shapeways and said this is what the new face looks like on Elita 1. The head I've just designed, this is what it looks like on an already existing figure. It just looks odd.
Yeah.
It's a
Jet
weird
mode looks okay.
Yeah, jet mode looks okay, but yeah.
Optimus Feeble. Oh no, Optimus, sorry.
He does come with Optimus Primal.
Yes, he does.
Yes, true.
He looks pretty good. That face needs a little bit of actual paint on it.
Yeah.
He's got the plane mode. Yay!
I'd say it looks rather fancy.
He doesn't have the car mode. Boo.
I'm pretty sure there'll be a fan mode of that.
But he doesn't have any wheels. Oh wait, hold on.
No, he doesn't have wheels.
No, he doesn't have any wheels.
No.
Oh well.
All right.
Can't have everything.
I'm kind of bored of looking at stock photos now.
You just want them all.
No, I kind of don't. But...
Yes, you do.
Ooh, sexist.
All right, fine, I do.
How's that sexist?
Exactly.
Okay.
We were looking at the Studio series earlier, and one of them was newly revealed this week and has turned up at US retail very quickly. This is the Studio series Thundercracker, who is in fact a repaint of Nitro Zeus from the Last Night toy line.
Got there in the end.
Toy line?
Even though he's got Dark of the Moon on the box, what the hell?
Anyway. Does he?
Yeah, because when he appeared in Dark of the Moon, sure.
Of course.
When did Thundercracker appear in Dark of the Moon?
It's kind of weird. Thundercracker may have been just one of the background bots in one of the.
That is true.
Chicago aerial offensive, of course, because that one scene of Chicago where.
He actually did appear and he was offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whoever whoever took the photo of this on the shelf has not seen fit to buy it and take it out of its packaging.
Yeah, I was wondering that. Like, jump on that.
Yeah, make of that what you will. I've found, and look, you can even see the guy with his iPhone here. I've found a brand new figure. Fuck that! I'm not buying it.
Maybe it was super expensive.
Maybe it's because it's exclusivo.
Yeah, exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Yeah.
But when I first saw this story pop up, I honestly thought that this was a picture of one of those really, really well done knockoffs.
I actually thought this was a knockoff as well because I didn't realize that Nitro Zeus had such a good alt mode.
Oh, he does have a beautiful alt mode.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty solid jet mode.
It is.
But I mean, what you see this photo and you think, yeah, definitely Thundercracker. But then you look at the picture of the robot proper in the box. You don't see any of that blue.
It's pretty dark in there though.
It looks like Thundercracker.
You definitely see the blue.
Oh, you can see the blue on the legs, but
it's very dark at the moment.
Yeah,
and it looks more like Skywarp.
Oh, I think you just blame the guy's shitty phone for that.
Let's just blame the guy.
Well, here comes the technological elitist again.
How dare you not buy a new toy, you fool.
Oh, I bought new toys.
This one looks. That face looks weird. I can't tell which one's the eyes. Is it the big ones or the ones beneath it?
All of them.
All of them. That's it.
Ah, okay.
He obviously needs a lot of glasses.
Yeah, his prescription really sucks.
Yeah.
3 lenses on each side.
Yeah.
Right. So we are we are joined at this point by the terror that is Andy. Look up and say hi, Andy.
Andy Saurus Rex. Although, unfortunately, the viewers on YouTube actually can't see that because we're locked on the screen.
No, well, yeah, on YouTube, you actually do get to see the small versions of us at the bottom of the screen as well.
No, you don't, because I've watched the video. No,
I've seen it go live, and there'll be little bits in the corner.
No,
yeah,
I've watched the video. I've watched the video, and you guys don't appear on the thing. Only the
that'll be because of the presenting version. Yeah. Let's move on. Here's a picture of Cyber Battalion Shockwave.
And my God, doesn't he look good?
And then throw you.
Looks kind of okay, except for the huge stamp on his midsection.
Yeah, actually, it's really weird. I have that stamp on one of my Power of the Primes Legends figures as well. So that may well be there in the production version.
Oh, no.
So yeah, look, he looks good, but I will caution you that he is a Cyber Battalion figure, and as such, he has no knees.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, you can see that.
Who's he being compared with? Is that the masterpiece?
That is the masterpiece.
The Moister Poise.
Still, fair enough. He's an okay looking representation of the figure. He's going to be pretty cheap as well, so great.
Yeah.
And he turns into a flying laser gun.
Why wouldn't you at this point? I've got no idea what just happened. Anyway, Cyber Battalion Shockwave. Not entirely sure the countries that this series is coming out in now. Like they used to be sort of an exclusive to sort of Latin America-ish, but there has been talk of them coming to Australia. So, and I definitely saw them all over the place in Taiwan when I was there last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Wow. Let's go on. Generation Toys has they've been teasing their GT10. Also, although it says GT11 in the headline.
Yeah, they've been teasing GT11 as well as GT10. Go on, Jake.
So GT10 is actually an Optimus Primal, and GT11 is Red Bull, who is a very, very nice looking take on Sideswipe, who turns into a bull as his alt mode. And if I scroll down far enough, I'll eventually get to that. There we go.
He looks more like Tantrum.
Never got, like, when I saw these pictures and I saw Sideswipe, I'm just like, oh, that's a cool looking Sideswipe. And then I saw, like, why is there a Tantrum in the place of his vehicle mode? I can't see it. And then I would have never got it until it was it was Jay from TCCA that pointed out, get it because he's a Lamborghini and the thing is a bull.
Yes.
Thing,
a lot of us got that immediately.
I did not, so I was just like, what is going on here? But yeah.
Does he come with wings?
I was hoping.
No, you actually have to purchase them separately. It's a third-party product.
Purchase a can of Red Bull.
You have to buy the upgrade kit.
I do like that last shot though, the action shot of him charging.
I like the fact that he's got proper hoofs as well.
Yeah,
and a little tail, tiny little stubby tail.
And let's just consider for a minute that turns into that. Good job, Generation Toy.
I like how he's got little bull horns on his head.
Yeah, it's cool.
Looks like the bull head becomes a robot chest.
Somehow, yes.
Yeah, where do the horns go though?
They might go into the back.
No, but
yeah, you put them into the oven to shrink them down, and then you put them on the robot head.
How is that going to happen?
You should see how you grow them back to normal size. I don't know why that was funny.
Make a special wish.
I don't either.
But it is a very impressive looking figure.
The gun goes.
Generation Toy does have an extremely good
and look at the gun. The back of the gun has a horn on it too. Not that one, the other gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Little horn on the end of his gun.
It's an interesting take, though, isn't it? I mean, you think sideswipe car.
As far as I know, it's from nothing that exists.
Yeah.
Like in Transformersdom.
Yeah. So it does say that they're going to make a GT12 Rodimus that is a tiger.
Yes, they've shown pictures of that.
Oh, well, they're not here.
No.
I'm just wondering if they're going to go the cheap route and re-release this yellow.
Maybe. I don't know. I reckon the tiger form will probably be a little bit different.
Yeah.
No, you mean release this
Sunstreaker.
Sunstreaker.
Yeah.
And I say yes. Why not? They're the same old.
Yeah, why not? Totally do it.
Yeah.
Okay, the last story for the night is this one's a personal favorite of mine for the week. The original 1980s Transformers cartoons score is being released very soon on vinyl.
Nice.
I'm not entirely sure if it is in fact going to be released digitally, but hopefully that will be.
I hope so.
But there are, as you can see, there is a Megatron version to the left, a Bumblebee version in the middle, and an Optimus Prime version to the right. And the album features music from seasons 1 to 3 of the Transformers animated series. So expect there to be a very distinct line between season 2 and season 3, where the music tried to sort of be a bit more like the movie.
Yeah.
So they've all been remastered from the original recordings and spruced up and plucked out onto vinyl. There's 2,000 pressings in all for this, so it's going to be very limited.
Yes, there's 1,000 Bumblebees and 500 of the other two.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
It's actually only going to be $19 US, and
wow.
It will go on sale from the Enjoy the Tunes website with the Optimus Prime version at 4 a.m. Saturday morning if you're watching the live show, and if you're listening to us on the podcast, it's probably gone, and you'll have to get the Bumblebee version from ThinkGeek.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also looking forward to someone with a USB turntable getting a hold of this and just bloody well turning it into something I can listen to in Google Music.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of inevitable after this, isn't it? Someone's going to either rip it or they're going to officially release it.
Oh, actually, there it is in big bold text. It says, according to the company's Twitter account, there are no plans for digital or other format release. That will be very
there goes a lot of money.
This just sounds weird. 2,000 copies, and it's only going to be $19 US.
Well, that's clearly how it's licensed. But anyway, we'll see how it goes in the next 24 hours.
In the listings, I do not see generic rock/disco theme, which is
That's
Like,
Jazz's music.
That's Jazz and
Blaster.
Blaster's music, which they do not have in the lineup. And I am very upset by that. And that's the only one that I'd buy this for. So there's not anything that sounds like that, like rock or disco theme, anything like that.
I like the background music they had in season 3, but I can't for the life of me think of the if it had a track name.
I think you're probably going to have to listen to the album and work it out.
I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. just for that.
I probably will. Let's be honest.
Nerd.
Hey, Mikey, did you see the nerd?
Nerd. Yeah, he's over there in the corner.
Nerd.
All right. Let's stop pretending that. So, what are we up to? Let's talk about some new acquisitions.
I'll go first and say that I have not had any new acquisitions since my last appearance on this show.
That is really disappointing. I'm not sure that we're going to have you back if you don't have new acquisitions.
Oh no! I better wait for Great Shot and Grand Maximus to arrive then.
Yes, tell us that week and we will have you on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then never again.
Yeah, until the next one.
That's
Mikey, what have you got? You got something with a fusion cannon?
Yes, I do, and it's Barricade. No, I finally ended up getting Masterpiece 36 Megatron, and
Masterpiece
oh my
too.
god, he is so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, really difficult to transform, but once I transformed into a gun, I was able to transform him back into robot mode unassisted, so I haven't tried turning him back into a gun again, but that's like, I think with Megatrons, you only really transform him into gun once just for the experience, and then you don't really need to do it again. There's no real reason for it.
Megatron looks better in robot mode anyway, right?
Yeah. Only real problems I have, the number one problem which everyone has is whenever you attach the scope to the gun, you do chip off some paint, but that's unfortunate, but you can't miss that. And this part on the back, which holds the actual scope, the
barrel,
that one of the gun is actually quite. It's a little bit loose, but it'll hold, kinda, not really.
Still okay for display though, yeah?
It's fine for display. It's not gonna come undone or anything. It doesn't really tab in. It would have been better if it tabbed in, but again, it's holding this large piece and it's got die cast on it, so what do you expect? Also, a weird thing is what I was saying before the show, the actual fusion cannon, when you put the batteries in it, you can't actually put the batteries in and screw the door back shut and then have it work. You actually have to put a piece of cardboard in there to actually hold the batteries up. And
is the backing plate maybe missing? Like, you know how some battery compartments, you take the door out and it's got like a bit of foam? It's not missing a bit of foam?
Yeah, it didn't come anything with that or anything, so which was odd. But maybe it mentioned something in the instructions, but you know, it was in language other than English. So but other than that, he is beautifully molded, has really fun transformation parts, and yeah, it's just got amazing head sculpt. I've actually got 2 upgrade kits coming. I've got one upgrade kit that has a couple of more faces that are a bit more. One that has one face that just turns his head into the G1 Megatron head, which is pretty cool, like the helmet.
The black bucket?
The bucket with the
bucket head.
Well, he already has a bucket head, but with all the black parts and stuff, which is pretty cool.
I've got the upgrade kit. Well, I don't even know if it's really an upgrade kit. I think it's just someone grabbing a few spare heads from the KO factory. I really like the sneering version. It's my favorite face on this now. The G1 one is fun to have just for a bit of fun, but the sneer is where it's at.
And then I'm getting the other fusion cannon, which actually has English. Megatron saying English, stuff in English.
Who's the voice actor for that?
Yeah,
it's sampled from the cartoon.
It's the Blu-ray cartoon.
It's a KO. They don't care.
Yeah. No. So that's going to be pretty cool, and I think it may come with Crimzeeks. I'm not sure. But yeah, at the moment you've got 3 settings. You've got Got him saying some stuff in another language.
Sound like you were screaming at someone named Susie.
Yeah, Susie.
Oh, by the way, Susie, stop that.
Sorry, that shit, Susie.
One aspect where I think they're sorely missing, like in the Generation cartoon, whenever Megatron fired his fusion cannon, he had this really awesome sound that came out, and then they've got this weak ass one in this. It's basically just like that's not what you'd expect to come out of the fusion cannon. Like you expect a massive, really awesome sound that they got in G1, not.
Actually, it sounds like that sound sort of gets magnified to make the fusion cannon sound in G1.
Was it actually a different sound in Japan?
Probably. I don't know.
Possibly.
Could have been. And then finally, the other final switch is, which I guess is pretty cool.
It's good, except like you really need to transform it quickly during that sound.
Yeah, you'd get one flap turd and just be like, yeah, I did it. Really, really, really good toy. It comes with tons of accessories, which I don't really use, but yeah.
So that was MP36 Fusion Cannon, which comes with a Megatron, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And finally, this week I scored myself MP. Oh crap!
Doesn't matter. MPM 5, I believe it.
MPM 05.
MPM 5. Barricade.
Far out. He's way more detailed and bigger than I expected him to be.
Oh, he's a decent Voyager. He's a big Voyager size. He looks perfect. I mean, he looks exactly like Barricade. You're not going to get any closer to Barricade than this guy, which I really like what the MPM line's doing. Just the way the arms look, how he's like gorilla-ish. This is the first Barricade that actually has two functional hands. He does have the pinwheel of death, but like it's just way too big, and like you kind of have to transform his arm back into car mode. But it looks all right. But I think it's just too big. The vehicle mode is stunning. The only thing that they kind of screwed up is kind of the mouth opening gimmick. Like, if you kind of look at his head, it goes from that to pretty much straight away.
Oh, it snaps back, does it?
It goes like right. No, hold on. It goes from that. Here we go. To that pretty much straight away, and then you can kind of like get it in between. But like, there's no point because his teeth are black. So.
Are you ladies man 217?
So he's saying is it an ad for Colgate?
Oh, have you seen that one with the girl on the bus?
Nope.
The one, I hate that ad for Gold. She's the strangest looking female I've ever seen. She's got them. It's like her face has been CGI'd.
And we did just look at Moonracer a couple of weeks ago as well.
Well, I mean, it's worse, and she's just so odd looking, and it just gets me every time it comes on. She's like, her mouth is like 90% of her face.
Well, at least it got you thinking of the product, though.
True. I hate Colgate now. But yeah, it's great. I think if you're a movie fan, you need this guy as the best version. I mean, still, Human Alliance Barricade is still a great Barricade, but he is not as good as this Barricade.
Actually, one question, young Mikey. Most important thing for Barricade, does he have to punish and enslave upon him?
Of course he does.
Yeah, good.
Now, I thought you were going to actually ask, the only unfortunate thing about him is he doesn't come with a frenzy. Now that is a big oversight in my eyes. I was very disappointed whenever they said that. I would have rathered a frenzy than the spinning wheel of death. But even if he didn't have to come, like, even if it was just a spare little tiny robot, didn't have to be posable, could have even been a statue for all I care, just a little detailed thing of frenzy. But we've got nothing, so we're not going to have a MPM frenzy, which is unfortunate unless they do something down the line, which I highly doubt they will. But I get that they're just trying to focus on the character, but like that was an oversight, and really unfortunate in my mind. But yeah, really good figures, both masterpieces in my eyes. And that's what I got this week.
Oh
yeah. So I have some interesting acquisitions. Given
here we go.
So I went to Barcelona last week, and I know of a couple of comic shops in Barcelona where I can sort of go along and maybe find a few vintage Transformers. One of the shops that I went to last year, I found a bunch of Combiner Wars Breaknecks. So purchased them, brought them back, and distributed them to some people here. What I was not expecting, and so last year I specifically did not go into the department stores because I figured that they'd just have the same old Combiner Wars and Titans Return figures, because it was like wave 1 of Titans Return was out and I already owned them and I didn't care for anything else. No, I was a little bit surprised because there's a major department store chain called El Corte Inglés, and they have an entire floor of toys. It's a 6-story store, and they have an entire floor of toys. And I walked in, and this was sitting on one of the shelves.
Oh wow!
There's that is the Primitive Skateboarding formerly convention exclusive black Optimus Prime with the skateboard ramp. The best bit. I don't know if the price tag is still on, but it was €40. That is about $60 or so.
Nice.
So that was really nice. And so I walked in and I saw that on the shelf and I just made a beeline for it. And I was like, oh, surely this is going to be like 100. Oh my God, it's €40. Purchased, came back. I haven't had time to open it yet.
He's from Barcelona.
Then
it's also John's new name.
And so then the other thing that I saw, which like I was absolutely gobsmacked to see this in the same store as the Primitive Skateboarding Optimus Prime, is something that I've been looking for a while online on eBay, which is the Transformers Tribute Optimus Prime 2-pack.
Oh, nice.
Just sitting on the store shelves next to it as well. So this is the one that has the Orion Pax repaint of Titans Return Cup. And
is that the Amazon exclusive?
I don't think it's exclusive to Amazon. I think it was Walmart or Walgreens or Toys R Us in the States.
Okay.
Walls R Us.
Yeah, Walls R Us. And it's also got the, I think it's the War for Cybertron.
That is correct.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked with my new acquisitions this week because I completely didn't expect them. And also, since I went to Barcelona to Mobile World Congress, there's also this dude, if anyone's an Android fan.
A droid.
For those of you that are listening, he found Manuel.
Big Android fan. Yes. I found Manuel wandering the streets of Barcelona, and I said something to him, and he said, "¿Qué?" Actually, that is something else. Did I talk about these guys a couple of weeks ago or not?
I don't know, but you can do it again.
All right. So I got me a couple of these ones actually are Walgreens exclusive. The Autobot and Decepticon.
What is with walls over in America?
I don't know. Maybe
really Walgreens.
They're strong, sturdy. Yeah. So if you are collecting Hasbro's Titan Return sets, then you've got one of these guys. Well, you got one of the pairs for these guys in the Siege on Cybertron gift set, and the other is in the Chaos on Velocitron set, and then this 2-pack is the missing parts for you. And
you went with the pricey route.
Well, these were actually pretty cheap, so I don't know if I did. But so yeah, so this is the clone pack with Cloudbreaker and Wingspan in it, and Pounce and Fastlane. Pounce is in Siege on Cybertron, and Fastlane is in Chaos on Velocitron.
Yeah.
So yeah, and ever since getting back on Sunday night, I have been way too tired to do anything during the weekend, gone to bed really early, which is why I haven't opened anything.
I was worried you were going to keep them in that plastic prison.
No, I just haven't had a chance to open them. I've just been too tired.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's my new acquisitions as well.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah. I think we're basically at the end of the podcast, so let's wrap things up with some TCCA business. If you are looking to join the club, it is just $5, and you can still get some club merchandise. And there is, in fact, a March members giveaway going live on this Monday morning. I believe that will be when Brad is returning from his sabbatical.
I'm going on a sabbatical?
Yeah, he's got a G1 Megatron lamp and an Autobots doormat to give away.
What?
So all you need to do is sign up to be a member of the club. It's just $5. If you're not already a member, you should sign up pretty soon.
I think it's prayer time with Mikey.
All right.
Schnitzel.
End of the show. Everyone gets a little bit crazy. Mikey, what are you saying?
Well, very excited for the meetup on shit. It's not shit.
On
Not
shit.
on shit.
It's better than building it on quicksand.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Swamp.
Yes,
And,
so there will be a TCCA members meetup for Sydney at my house on Sunday. So people will be walking around my place looking at my Transformers.
And the address for that is...
Oh God, what have I done? So yes.
If you are a Sydney resident and you contact Jason in time, you may be able to come if you're not already coming.
And if you are listening to this on the podcast, it's too late. Maybe
Well,
next
I mean, it's going on YouTube straight away. So.
Also, if you have to live in Perth, too bad.
Too bad. You can dial in.
I thought you were going to say you could die. I'm just like, oh God, that's going to die.
It's not that hot over here at the moment.
How many desalination plants have you got over there?
I don't know.
7.
No. So see, this is the thing, right? We give South Australia shit for running off Tesla batteries, and now we're going to give you shit for your water supply.
Well, I drink Coke Zero, so I don't worry about the water supply.
You also bathe in Coke Zero.
Yes. All right. I think we're at the end of the show. So
I think we're at the end of the show before we started the show.
This is true. If you have actually made it to the end of the show with us, then thank you for listening.
Congratulations, you deserve an award.
Let's not go too crazy. And if you are watching with the live record, thank you for checking us out. You can find us at transformersweekly.podbean.com, the Australian Transformers Weekly Facebook page, and we are, of course, all in Transformers Collectors Club Australia on Facebook. We are a production of Transformers Collectors Club Australia, if you could not already tell, and TCCA is a registered and incorporated club in Victoria, and it is not for profit. It's run by volunteers like us who donate their time and money, well, just time in our case, to make the club better for everyone.
Catty.
Yeah, well, you know, I feel like I haven't done much this month. I've been away for 2 weeks.
I am rather guilty of the same.
Our goal is to connect Transformers fans around the country, and we do it by engaging the collecting community by producing podcasts like this. And, we have a bit of fun doing it as well. So you can find out more information about TCCA at transformerscca.com. Thank you for listening, everyone. And thank you, Brad, for joining us all the way over from your supervillain lair.
Thank you for having me again. Always fun.
Much appreciated. Thanks, Mikey, for your time, and we'll see you later in the week.
No problemo.
At the wedding and then at the open house.
And dear listener, because there is one of you, we'll be back with more Transformers news for you. No, not you. Not you. Up the back there. Yeah.
That guy up there, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
The one sitting,
not
on the
that one, but yeah.
No, not that one, yeah.
We'll be back with more news next week.
Promise.
Bye-bye.
Toodles.
Toodle Pipski.
Rimmer.